So this is before everything goes downhill again. Um, I got kicked out, and I'm lucky enough that my mother was able to take me back in. I still have a roof over my head. Glory be to God. It's all thanks to God that I'm able to be right here, still living it up, regardless of the fact that, oh, she's this, she's that. Like, nobody is perfect, you know. I've tried several times, you know, but I'm still here. And I'm still willing to put in work. Like, I'm only 18 years old. Like, yeah, the government is already on my tail. Like, you're 18. Once you're 18, yeah, the government is on you because you're now not just owned by your guardians. You're your own individual adult self. So there's no time to be acting all reckless and stuff, you know. I mean, I had my moments in my youth where I was acting all reckless and not caring. Had a couple fights here and there. Have a couple bruises, or that they healed up pretty good, but yeah. When I turned 18, it was the point in my life where I felt like solitude is the best thing that happened to me, regardless of the fact that there are extroverts out there having fun. I just wish that every day I'd be in my room all the time. And then still go to work and come back from work and just be in my room, because that's the whole point of introversion. But then when it comes to facing reality, I'm like, okay, it's time to lock in and meet all these faces, meet all these people, and then go on with life and interact with the people and be human, because it's an experience. You're supposed to live the human experience, you know. Well, I always thought I was a nobody, but my grandma always reminded me to know my worth. I mean, I'm still going to have my days where people will tear me down so much and make me feel like I have no worth. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm going all out and talking about how, you know what, pull out a Ghana city bill right now and the name ATTA. He actually is related to my grandmother, and if he's related to my grandmother, that means he's related to me. Or sometimes I go all out by like saying that even my grandmother was related to one of the former presidents of my country. So how dare you try to diminish my worth? Like, I'm already like, oh, she's a queen. Like, sometimes they say it in a mocking tone. I'm like, you know what? Someone in my family was actually related. And, yeah, grandma's mom or something was actually a princess back in the day. So you know what? I'll take that. I'm actually like a queen or something, bro. But it's a whole lot. That's why she was like, nah. Because it's like, people would definitely want you dead. And anyways, years passed. It's 2025. And then they just, like, stuff happened. My mom paired with a narcissistic individual she didn't even know was that person, because that's how they are, like wolves in sheep's clothing, and ended up like breaking hair. And you know how like black men will like abuse their women and break them, and then they still have to step into reality and look like this perfect couple, but then she's still broken down to the point of insanity, and she's just supposed to like still face the real world. Like, where are our gentlemen at? Why aren't our men protecting us like they should, I think they should definitely do better, because we should not just be objectified and then animalized, if that even is a vocabulary term. Just seen as a literal science experiment. And then when you get tired and like it doesn't, like when an experiment doesn't turn out right, then you just like discard it or dispose it. I feel like that's how they see us black women, If you know me, you know that I really don't have time to be mocking black America, because it's a culture. It's not just gang shootings and gang violence, just guns. That's what the media has televised to you, but there is actual history and culture behind all that facade, and the music genre and what really is happening in reality is totally two different things, and not every African is okay with the fact that, hey, I came, like I don't know who was probably a slave I was related to, and maybe I should try to get in touch with my culture instead of antagonizing them. But I guess that's what racial wars are for. Not everyone is on that like Bob Marley shit. Not everyone is on that one love shit, and I respect, I understand that. I can't just, it's not like I'm just going to like come up to a Nazi and tell him to give me a hug because I'm so fucking adorable. He's going to shoot me right in the head, as he should, So I wish people would just stop with that, like racism does not exist. I just feel like it's different ways people cope with it. Sometimes other black people will resort to actually feeding into the stereotypes just to get away from them, or actually being minstrel like or jester like, because it just helps in that certain situation. And it's like, I'm actually not even like, I've only got myself, you know. It's not like if I was discriminated against, I'd have an older sibling or someone to tell. Like, I just like had accumulated all that information and media I consumed over time. Just teach me how to figure out a way, you know. And like, even fucking pornography, bro. And I know it's gonna sound weird. Sometimes you cannot have too much power as a black individual. It gets stripped off you and taken away immediately. No one actually wants you to have a voice. It's like literally going back in time when slavery existed. Like, you're just going to straight up be called a witch. And it's like, you know what? In my Ghanaian ancestry, before all y'all white folks brought these Roman Catholic monotheistic religions and shit, we were practicing our own spirituality. Let's be real. We had smaller gods we were worshipping. We had rituals we had to do. And our life was just fucking perfect, you know. It's not like there still weren't ethnic wars, like, amongst other, like, different dialects and stuff, but, like, we were still, you know, tapped into our own spiritual world, just like all your white folks was too. It's not like white people were just sat there not doing nothing. I mean, sometimes, yeah, on the media you'd find that, oh, there's this minister or something doing this ritual from an African country, because we're known for, like, mystics and stuff. Dude, when I got here, I was literally studying demonology and, like, about the Baphomets and all that shit. It's way different from African spirituality, so what are you talking about, dude? And it's two different worlds we live in. Sometimes a religion will be demonized regardless. I mean, you'd find Christians being, like, hated on the most, you know. And because they're always trying to look like the perfect ones. Whole time, those two girls who are probably leading worship are actually lesbians, and the priest was on that little teenage boy he actually, that other pastor at the pulpit actually did catch a couple of kills literally before he went up on the pulpit to preach. Or the deaconess was actually, having affairs with random men in church. So I don't understand why we're acting like it's a perfect religion when clearly it isn't. Before people try to paint me as this villain again and shit goes crazy and they say she just lost her mind because just create your own storyline, but she just lost her mind because of that. It's cool. I actually don't even want to be here sometimes, because especially right now, I'm still deeply resented and antagonized by my family and my mother. And then I'm randomly being spied on and stuff. And it's you cannot be a black woman in this world without having people having to break you first. Then you can actually be treated like a human. It's clear that I'm alienated right now. Just I'm trying to have her all to myself. Which is not always someone's version of romanticism. Fuck, I should have gone to school a little more. But yeah, it's not someone's version of what romance is supposed to feel like. As you can see by my forehead lines, I'm actually really drained and stressed out. Cause Shawty's trying to get me a flight ticket back home. Where I could just live as a mad person. Oh, and at least it's not tropical time. I mean, it's always sunny back home, because it's different from Western culture. Clearly Africans are not pounding fufu in the snow. Unless they're that retarded enough, you could go with it and pound fufu in the snow. Our culture is our culture, Sometimes I do actually want to strip myself of my culture, because we can be really embarrassing people. Yeah. I still care for my mom, but it's too late for me to be that random degenerate who stays in bed doing nothing all day just because you want me to. That's not my version of white boy R. There are actually smart white boys out there. White boy aura is not just one kind of white boy. It's just a spectrum of white boys. It's not just one of them, But it's white boy aura. Just learn to speak up a little more instead of being so held inside, you know?